Rewrite the corrected code based on pointers. Global variables are not there. Execution starts at the main function. Int A is equal to 10. Memory can be allocated like this. Int B is equal to 50. Memory can be allocated like this. Int C is equal to 20. Memory can be allocated like this. While declaring the variable, before the data type name, if you make use of the keyword constant, the meaning is C is a constant variable. Later, you are not supposed to change the value of variable C. I remember it like this. Let me put an into mark so that on seeing this into mark, I remember C is a constant variable. Later, if I try to change this value, it results in a syntax error. Int D is equal to 30. Memory can be allocated like this. Again, while declaring the variable, before the data type name, if I use the keyword constant, the meaning is D is a constant variable. That is, the value of D is a constant. Later, I am not supposed to change this value. If I try to change this value, it results in a syntax error. So let me put an into mark so that on seeing this into mark, I remember this quantity is a constant. Later, you should not change this value. Now, this statement must be read like this. P1 is a pointer pointing to an integer constant. So, memory should be allocated for P1. Address of C, example 3000, comes here. Now, while declaring the pointer variable, before the data type name, if you make use of the keyword constant, the meaning is the content of 3000 is a constant. So using 3000, you should not change the content. If you try to change the content, it results in a syntax error. Remember, P1 you can change. So 3000 can be made 4000 or 5000, no problem. But the content of 3000 should be a constant, and using 3000, you should not change the content. So here, let me put an arrow mark so that on seeing the arrow mark, I remember it like this. Content of 3000 should be a constant, and using 3000 I should not change the content of that memory location. Now this statement must be read like this. P2 is a constant pointer pointing to an integer constant. So here, memory should be allocated for P2. Address of C, example 3000, that comes here. Now, while declaring the pointer variable, before the data type name, if you make use of the keyword constant, the meaning is content of 3000 is a constant. Again, using 3000, you should not change its content. Let me put an arrow mark so that on seeing the arrow mark, I remember two things. Content of 3000 should be a constant. Using 3000, I should not change its content. Again, while declaring the pointer variable, before the pointer variable name, if you use the keyword constant, the meaning is P2 is also a constant. So this 3000 I should not change. So let me put an into mark so that on seeing the into mark, I remember 3000 is a constant. I should not change this 3000 later. Now this one, address of B, example 2000, that is assigned to P1. So your P1 contains 2000. But I told you, on seeing the arrow mark, remember, content of 2000 should be a constant. And this is not declared as a constant variable. So this must be declared as a constant variable. Yes, make the correction and underline the area where you make correction. Now, no problem. P1 you can change. So I made it 2000. Okay. So this is over. Now plus star P1. Your P1 contains 2000. So star 2000 means content of 2050. And plus 50 results in a syntax error because this variable is a constant. So 50 you should not change. So if I remove the star, the syntax error goes because now it becomes plus P1. P1 is 2000 plus P1 means 2002. This you can change, no problem, because on seeing arrow mark, remember the content of 2002 is a constant. Using 2002 you should not change its content, but P1 you can change. So make the correction, remove star and underline the area where you make correction. Now here P1 plus 2002 plus it becomes 2004. No syntax error. Now next line plus star P2. Your P2 contains 3000. So star 3000 means content of 3000, that is 20, and plus 20, this is made 21. It's a syntax error because C is a constant variable. You are not supposed to change its content. So in order to remove the error, what you can do is you can remove this plus. So star P2 contains 3000 and star 3000 means content of 3020. Now that value is meaningless because it is not used in a fruitful way. Anyway, the syntax error goes. Now here address of D, example 4000, that is assigned it to P2, syntax error because you should not change this content. So instead of P2, if I make use of P1, the syntax error goes. So address of D, it is 4000, that is assigned it to P1. So now your P1 becomes 4000 because the meaning of arrow mark is the content of 4000 should be a constant. Yes, it is a constant. Using 4000, you should not change its content, but P1 you can change. So it is made 4000. And finally P2 plus syntax error because 3000 you should not change. It's a constant pointer. So in order to remove the error, make it P1 plus. So P1 plus means 4000 plus it becomes 4002. It's not a mistake because the content of 4002 must be a constant, and using 4002 don't change its content. So if you make it P1 plus, the syntax error goes. So make the correction and underline the area where you make correction. So these are the corrections to be made: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5.